Hey there! If you love jaw-dropping stories, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe and join our little storytelling family. Now, let me tell you what happened to me. I never imagined I'd become the villain in someone else's life. Tonight I lie on the ceiling of a cold, empty apartment and replay the small, stupid choices that built this ruin. Every sleepless hour, every tidal wave of shame, it's all the consequence of what I did. His name was Ryan. He wasn't flashy. He was steady in the kindest way, the sort of person whose gestures were quiet, but everything. He'd pick up extra napkins because I always spilled. He'd text my mother on her birthday without me reminding him. He never raised his voice. When I once lied about missing our anniversary because of a migraine, he simply smiled, kissed my forehead, and brought me soup. We met during college orientation. A burnt coffee joke, a laugh that lasted too long. And by winter break, we were inseparable. People teased that we were annoyingly perfect. And for a while we were. Then something inside me shifted. Not because of him. Never because of him. But because of me. The promotion at work moved me into rooms full of polished people who carried themselves like they'd been tailored to be noticed. I started wearing heels that made my feet ache and lipstick that didn't fade. People looked. Some men lingered. For the first time, I liked being looked at. And I liked what looking back made me feel. Marcus was older, a senior executive at the firm. He was confident in the way predators are confident. Not handsome in the obvious way, but magnetic in a way that made secrets feel electric. He had a way of making a conversation sound like a private joke. He made me feel wanted in a way Ryan never had. Sharp, dangerous, intoxicating. The first time Marcus touched my hand over a drink, I should have pulled away. I didn't. It started like every bad thing does, with compromises that felt small. Work drinks. A too-long handshake that turned into a kiss. Half-truths about late meetings, girls' nights. My phone on Do Not Disturb. I became skilled at lying until it frightened me. I'd come home, slip into Ryan's arms, ask about his day, while a different life simmered under the surface. Each time Marcus made me feel alive, I imagined the look on Ryan's face, but I let those images be just that, fantasies, not warnings. Of course Ryan found out. He didn't burst through a door or hurl accusations. He sat across from me one ordinary evening and slid my phone across the table. A single conversation with Marcus on the screen. I don't remember the words, whether it was miss you or hotel plans, because none of that mattered once I saw him. The thing that haunts me now is not the text, but the way he looked. Quiet, hollowed out by betrayal. He asked one simple question. How long? I opened my mouth and nothing came out. Not because I didn't have the answer, but because the truth would rip the last of him away. He packed a duffel bag. He left. I begged and cried and tried to convince him it meant nothing. But he said something I'll never forget. A mistake is once. You made this a pattern. You chose this. And then he walked out of the life we'd built. The photos on the fridge are Sunday pancakes, the stupid little rituals no one sees from the outside. Marcus, predictably, vanished a week later once the thrill vanished, and the secret wasn't a secret anymore. No calls. No remorse. Just me left with the wreckage. I tried to reach Ryan. Messages, letters. Even showing up where I thought he might be. He never responded. Eventually, I learned through a mutual friend that he had moved across the country, taken a new job, and adopted a dog. The knowledge gutted me in a way I hadn't expected. Not because he moved on, he had every right, but because he was rebuilding without me, from scratch, and I had no part in it. I deserved that. It's been 11 months since he left. I still give into the idiot reflex of checking his Instagram, even though it's private now. I scroll old photos and wonder how I destroyed something so rare. I've tried dating, but no one measures up. How could they? What I had with Ryan was ordinary and extraordinary at once. The kind of love that shows up in small practical things. He once gave my dad a ride to the hospital when I couldn't. He learned my coffee order down to the phone mart. I ruined that. People always ask, do you regret it? Yes, not just the loss of him, but the look in his eyes when he realized a woman he trusted wasn't who he thought she was. I regret how I chipped away at his trust until it crumbled. I regret betraying someone who believed in love with a clear, unguarded heart. I regret that I can't take back that moment, that expression, that final understanding. No apology will ever be enough. My punishment isn't the loneliness or the silence. It's knowing that somewhere a good man rebuilt his life without me, and I was the reason he had to. I live with that every day. And I don't know if I'll ever forgive myself.